In ancient Athens, the great philosopher Plato found himself deep in contemplation, tormented by his own ego and longing for true freedom and happiness. Seeking guidance, he approached his wise and trusted teacher Socrates with a heavy heart. "Oh, Socrates, my dear friend, I am tormented by these selfish thoughts that hold me captive. I long to be freed and find true joy. I heard you saying something about knowing thyself. Can you show me the way?" Socrates, famous for his witty demeanor, replied, "Ah, my dear Plato, the way to liberation lies in knowing yourself. However, knowing your ego and freeing yourself from its clutches is the beginning of the road to liberation. Plato, this world, including all of us, is an infinite chaos. But it is within something because it could not really appear or exist unless it was somewhere. I mean within somewhere. That space, like emptiness that everything exists inside of, is consciousness. No one knows what exactly it is. Some call it God, greater power, consciousness, nothingness, etc. Without that space-like situation where everything exists, nothing can exist. But it goes further than that. Everything is in that space, and that space, God or consciousness, permeates everything, including yourself. One step further, that consciousness is you, Plato. That is your true self. For us humans, that consciousness is that simple and mundane awareness that we all have but take for granted. It is that with which you are aware of my voice right now. The awareness that you have a body and thoughts. The knowing that you exist. That is who you are. If you realize that, you will be self-realized. For it is said, "Thou shalt know the truth, and the truth shall set thee free." The answer is within you. The kingdom of God does not come with observation, nor will they say, "See here," or "See there." For indeed the kingdom of God is within you. Luke 17:20-21. It is a treasure within you. You already have it. The kingdom of heaven is like treasure hidden in a field, which a man found and covered up. Then in his joy he goes and sells all that he has and buys that field. Matthew 13:44. Listen to these videos and they will help you lift the heavy slab hiding the treasure of your true self, the knowing of your awareness. My dear Plato, what causes your pain is that you do not know yourself, and thus your enemy becomes none your ego. The ego is the thoughts, images, and feelings that flow from the thoughts of your mind. He is a mischievous demon who enjoys seducing you and tormenting you with lewd desires. Your ego is your enemy eternally, making you crave desires that can never be satisfied. If they are satisfied, bigger ones grow. Like the mythical Lernaean Hydra, you cut off one head and two more grow in its place. Plato, but Socrates, what exactly is this ego you speak of? Socrates smiled, ready to debunk the illusion. Ah, my friend, the ego is a bundle of thoughts, beliefs, values, memories, experiences, plans, and ideas that reside inside your mind and make you believe that Plato is your ego. But your ego is not yourself. You are not your ego, but your ego thoughts trick you into thinking you are the ego in thoughts. What your mind tells you with thoughts, you believe because you think the thoughts are your thoughts. It is not your fault that you think your ego is yourself when you think about it, and thinking that you are torturing yourself. Society, parents, teachers, even your country have convinced you that you are what you think in your mind you are. You believe in the story your mind tells you. Your ego is not your real and eternal self. It is a creation of the environment you grew up in. You have believed that you are this guy, your ego, who actually torments you. But you love your ego and you try to defend it in vain. Your ego has no intention to work for your own good and happiness. Just realize that these thoughts that make up your ego are ideas, convictions, and stories that society, parents, friends, and teachers have projected on your mind, and you have assimilated them as your own. These thoughts tell you what to do, and in doing it, you end up in pain. Plato nodded, realizing that his ego was merely a creation of outside influences, like a ghost pulling at the strings of his self-perception. You see, Plato, you spend your entire life defending a phantom, an illusion called the ego. You're afraid that others will say something unfavorable with these character you believe you are in your mind. You protect your false mask, your ego with teeth and nails, though it is just an illusion created by others. But fear not, for the ego exists nowhere but within your mind. Plato, eager to free himself from the clutches of this deceptive enemy, asked Socrates for guidance in banishing the ego once and for all. Socrates: to get rid of the ego, my dear Plato, you must first know it. The strange thing is that it has no tangible form or true existence, but brings you suffering every day. Plato's curiosity was piqued as he leaned closer, captivated by Socrates' words. In essence, you must embark on a journey of self-discovery, uncovering your true nature, the essence of your being. Through meditation, immersed in your heart, you will rest as the ego slips away, scared and helpless, into the enlightening light of your consciousness. It will leaving peace, happiness, and an overwhelming sense of gratitude. And so, knowing the traps of our ego and freed from its captivity, we can reveal our true selves. Embracing non-duality, a path to self-knowledge and freedom from ego. Are you seeking freedom from the binds of your own self? Welcome to a journey of self-discovery and understanding. Non-duality. Non-duality is about unifying our mind, body, and spirit. It's a path of self-discovery that confronts our ego and its illusions. The ego often deceives us, making us believe we are separate entities. Non-duality teaches us that we are interconnected, part of a single, boundless existence. To understand non-duality, you must first understand your ego. It's your enemy, but it is also a part of you that needs to be acknowledged and understood as what it is: just thoughts, imaginations, and a narrative of who you are. It is all in your mind as thoughts. By acknowledging your ego, you can begin to dissolve the illusion of separation. It's challenging but rewarding, offering profound understanding and personal growth. As you embark on this path, you learn to free yourself from your own limitations. You discover an inner peace that transcends all understanding. Join us on this journey. Dive into non-duality. Learn about your true self and find a path towards freedom and enlightenment. Created by Elias Tassinos. Subscribe, like, share, and comment.